Hi everyone, welcome to Fat TV. You know how important early education for a child development. We have Anand R, CEO of Little Millennium. They've got around 900 plus schools all over India. We are here to understand how they are running the 900 school and keeping the same standards for all the school. Hi Anand, welcome to Fat
That's
TV.
great. Thanks, Anand.
The thing you had mentioned in the beginning, what we need to do best for the kids. Even if we are picking the colors, we are picking the design elements. That's the philosophy we kept about it.
To say it exact, the words are what is right for the child. I mean, many times when commercial angle or personal liking, disliking angle comes, we forget the core. The
Right.
core is why we do what we do. We are in the preschool business to give the best possible curriculum, infrastructure, the learning, everything for the child. While commercializing or when it some other interest, we should never let go that. So that is one core philosophy of Little Millennium, wherein we keep insisting, starting from how to select a property, how to select a profile. They have to be a child-friendly person. Imagine if you are not a foodie and you start a restaurant, it will not be a good match. Similarly, you can't be loving children and start a preschool. You have to be in absolute love with children, so that before any hat, you will wear a parent's hat. Look at from how parents going to view this industry. I think that's a briefing we gave, and we will always believe that's the best way to run a preschool. Always do what is right for the child. In fact, when we joined this industry, my mentors told me, when you are in doubt, just ask yourself, is it right for the child?
Okay.
We still do that.
We are first time working for the preschools and in the category of business. So that was a really challenging. So to understand what are the things needs to be done for the even choosing the materials, everything, and the team from Little Millennium really help us to understand that. One thing I've noticed that every school, whoever I meet, the people who are heading the school, they're carrying the same passion. Yes, so 900 schools we have. How we are keeping that standards for all the franchise and the people who have taken the franchise which comes from different background
Correct.
people, and what are the other things you are doing to make it right and keeping it standard, the same Little Millennium standard for all the school.
In fact, it's a very good observation because people come from all walks of life. There could be a 25-year, just out of postgraduate and want to start a preschool. There could be a 50-year-old person who are retiring from the basic work and want to start a preschool. And there could be someone have a very rich corporate experience, someone who never worked anywhere. So we always, every day, meet a profile totally different from each other. But imagine running 900 plus centers with the same ideology. Everyone cares for children is a humongous task. That is why the process comes in place. While we meet someone, more than commercial, we discuss about SOPs. We discuss about how much you are okay to follow regulations when it comes to, and everything. And safety, security is the prime. Today, any mother, more than the child learns something or not, they want the child to be safe.
Right.
That's a prime focus of the parent. We keep that in mind. We also have a very, very careful selection process, which eliminates some of them who are not right for the business.
Okay.
Not as an investor, anyone can be an investor, but to
Correct.
start a preschool, you need to be an educationalist also in you. So some profiles say clearly they are ROI mentality, or they say, I am not keen about children. We say, sorry, this is not the business for you.
Okay.
You can start any business without passion, but when it comes to preschool, it needs
Yeah.
a lot of care and
And
love
understand
towards
it.
children.
We were discussing and we have taken some bites from the teachers who work there in Little Millennium. And one of the teacher had to leave Little Millennium because of some family reason, and she had to take care of that. She didn't have a choice.
Okay.
So while we interviewing her, so I'm still getting the goosebump. She cried. She literally cried, and we didn't know what to do. So she cried and she was saying that I've been in the system for more than years and I love working here. And they're getting the recognition from the brand Little Millennium. Everyone knows about that and they're very passionate. I'm curious to know what are the other things other than just providing the space and giving curriculums to the schools and the people and some of the trainings. Other than that, what are the things?
We do a lot of things. More than anything, the first thing that I can proudly say, we are a very, very franchisee friendly and franchisee sensitive organization.
Right.
Okay. There are some organization where you cannot even meet the one level up whoever is servicing you.
Okay.
Here from CEO, from COO, from CFO, one message or one call or one mail,
Yeah.
we immediately call back and say, is everything okay?
Okay.
What exactly you need? That is one point that we are very proud about. Second thing, teachers.
Yes.
We do something called Teacher Excellence Award, which is one of its kind in the industry. No other company does it. Which means whenever we visit a center, the teachers are evaluated on some parameters.
Yeah.
And end of the year, the one teacher per center gets a Best Teacher Award.
Right.
So, for example, a state like Karnataka, where you have 100 plus centers, 100 awards goes to teachers,
Okay.
where we don't do it in a very silent way. We do it in a very gala,
Right.
where all the 600, 700 teachers are called to one auditorium.
Yeah.
These 100 teachers are awarded in front of them.
Yeah.
So that's like a one life-changing moment for many. See, when is the last time you were awarded in front of some 1,000 people? You know, I mean, not that every day we come across. So these become very, very emotional and very pride moment for those teachers, and they don't get it outside. They know very well. And the way Little Millennium takes care, and these kind of rewards and recognitions, special mentions, and the large forums we provide for them, that makes them very connected with us. CEO, COO, CFO, all of them travel to meet the teachers. That has happened everywhere.
That doesn't happen.
Because we understand they're the backbone of our business.
Exactly.
But many times we forget the backbone because it's not visible.
Yeah.
Like the teacher's contribution sometimes may not be directly visible.
Yeah.
But being in this industry for very long, we know
Right.
these are our best
Yeah.
USPs.
We got the chance to revamp the entire communication text points for Little Millennium. I think we can call it 2.0. Little
2.0,
Millennium,
yeah,
yes.
yes.
And their visual language, design system,
Yes.
and new UI experience, and we've not touched the logo
Correct.
because it's in people's heart.
Correct.
And I've talked to one of the owner of a franchisee. She was saying, "Are we changing?" She was curious, "Are we changing the logo?" And we're not touching. Are coming up with how we can able to say it better. That's the only thing we're taking care of, and the best experience from UA and the schools. What are the best things we can able to do? And at the same time, how the brand started. So what's the start point of Little Millennium? So where it's originated?
Maybe we are talking in the very right moment because it all happened 17 years back.
Okay.
888 is what easy to remember. The day of August 2008 is the time.
Yeah.
The brand started as Roots to Wings. That was the first name of the brand.
Oh, okay.
You know, around 2011-12 is a year. From there, that's why some of the classrooms are called as developing roots, emerging wings, all linked to the tree or something like that. You know.
Yes.
So when we moved to Little Millennium, we retained those names with us.
Yes.
So it all started with a clear understanding of there was a big gap between what is required in the preschool market and what was offered.
Yeah.
Only one or two brands were there.
Yeah.
So with this sort of huge gap, and we as a Millennium Group came as a very strong
Right.
way where children are taken care because 0 to 6 years.
Right.
It's called permanent memory.
Okay.
You know, I mean, even if I can quickly ask you, can you tell one of the rhyme you learned in the school time?
Yeah.
You'll be able to tell one or two. But if I ask you the hero name in the OTT movie you watched last week,
no, yeah, that's
that by after 6 or 8 years, it stores in a temporary memory.
Oh, okay.
So initially for 6 years, anything and everything happens, people register and remember it forever.
Okay.
That is why whatever we do to a child between 0 to 6 years is very important.
Okay.
So the preschool plays a very major role.
Yeah.
Initially, we all thought preschool is just a luxury. Okay,
right.
Let them go before going to formal or
for their parents' convenience.
Convenience, as they're working parents, let them leave them. But actually, we are missing out the point that 0 to 6 years only maximum learning happens.
Right.
The child is having a very good preschool experience.
Right.
Your K-12 or formal school can be any school. They will still do very well.
Right.
But if their preschool experience is not great, they have not learned the basics well, they cannot shine in the big schools. I think now most of the parents are well aware.
The curriculum. So we are doing brochure and we are doing website and everything for the brand. We had gone through and read through the curriculums really detailed. And what we understood from that other than just the academic things what we are doing, so we are focusing social and life learnings.
Correct.
Some of the curriculum which we have added in the things which is very important.
We just added 4 new elements, which are fantastic in my view. The first element we can call financial literacy.
Right.
Wherein I think most of the parents will agree with me that today's children are not clear about the value of money. You see them crying in the mall asking for expensive stuff without knowing how much it is. More than the need, want, the need is very high.
Right.
Or the more the need, the want is very high.
Right.
They always say, I want it.
Yeah.
They don't need it, but they want it.
Exactly.
And they don't know the difference between 20 rupees and 2 lakhs.
Yeah. It's just for them, it's
that I want.
That, yeah.
So FinChamp focusing on teaching them the value of money, banking system, different currencies.
Right.
I mean, they will not be irresponsible once they go through the curriculum. That's the promise the curriculum.
Right.
That's one thing we are very proud of adding into. Second thing is SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. environment friendly,
Yeah.
no wastage of food,
That's
I mean,
really important.
very, very important in my view, because today our children order a dish, there's 2 spoons, they say, I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They don't know somewhere in the world, for that one bite, there are children who are dying without that.
Yeah.
So this kind of poverty or zero wastage of food, water consumption, all that is not very nicely blended in some of the curriculum. They have added SDG. So our curriculum will make sure children behave more responsibly towards the environment.
Environment.
That's the number 2. Number 3 thing we do STEM.
STEM,
Your completely science.
Right.
Your whatever child need to know about science at this level.
Yeah.
In fact, our STEM lab and STEM kit is very, very interesting.
Correct.
Some of
I've seen
the
that.
it's like a magic show for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the magic show, they themselves do it. There is no
Exactly.
magician. They are the magician here. And we keep saying forget about your children going to take science as a mainstream or not later.
Yeah, we do.
But they should know the why behind everything.
Yeah, they at least get a
Curiosity
to
to
understand.
what happened. What we saw in just 3-4 months kind implementation, children started asking a lot of questions. Why,
Oh,
why,
okay.
why?
Okay.
I think that's the best thing a preschool can do.
Asking question is very important, very good sign, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, our childhood, you remember,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no reason, no logics.
Yeah, and we've seen microscope, which is already there in the school.
Yeah.
And it's very child friendly, child safety.
Yeah, that's very important. Every element carefully chosen, I've seen whether it's harmful to children or not.
Right.
Gloves were provided. Nice, the lab stage.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Even the material or whatever
Correct.
chemical we are using,
all child friendly.
all child friendly.
Assuming that if in case by mistake they touch it or consume
Yeah.
it, nothing should happen.
Nothing will happen.
And
So I was just recalling that I didn't get a chance to see a telescope or any science material until I reached 12th standard.
Okay, yeah.
So
And the fourth one is called reading program, wherein we talk about phonics.
Yeah.
Today, any parent you ask what your child want to,
Yeah.
they definitely say English pronunciation.
Right.
Most of us come from a different regions. As you agree, the way same word pronounced in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Bihar, UP, Kolkata will be totally different. We all come from different parts of the country, and there is something called MTI, mother tongue influence.
Okay.
The way we speak our mother tongue, we try to speak English also the same way. So this phonics program, the reading program, make sure the MTI is neutralized and you speak the English the way it has to be spoken.
Okay.
So that is again a dream for many parents.
Right.
The curriculum is taking care of it. So these 4 elements got added.
Yeah.
Our next year, we are completely revamping into 2.0. The 4 elements got added as an interim.
Right.
It's like a shift between 1 to 2, between maybe 1.5 we can call.
Yeah.
The 2 is going to be completely amazingly it's coming out. Even we are going to make them entrepreneurial skills.
Oh,
Be
that's
business
very
people.
interesting.
Public speaking skills we are
Yeah.
adding. They're making pre-coding skills first time in the industry.
Okay.
Considering if you want to take up coding or going to be technology person later.
Right.
Pre-coding skills, nothing to do with sitting and coding. But to code, you need few basics, few logics. Logical reasoning is the core of technology.
Yeah.
That's also embedded in the curriculum. So it's come out in a very, very grand way. We are launching this September 27th, the next month. We're launching.
So it's a completely separate program.
It's a totally upgraded version.
That's actually one of the questions I wanted to ask, because AI, which is evolving with us, at least a little glimpse, okay, this is what's happening in the world, which is really important, right?
See, these are great exposure at SH. As I mentioned earlier, if the permanent memory this all gets in, when they're actually getting into coding, they recollect just like just done it.
And what do you think about the future of preschool education of India, especially in India? So some of them are taking it very serious. Some of them need education. So they're thinking after 6 years only, we need to, put the kids in sport.
Correct.
That kind of misconception, even if we go to Kerala, even my mom used to tell me that's why you are sending your kids to school at this age. Let them play and
Too early to go.
Too early to go. That's kind of questions which is already there.
Correct.
And especially for Little Millennium, we are not only focusing on the cities. We are there,
rural,
different
all VC, all cities.
different mindset, different cultural exposure. So how what do you think about it?
Mentioned a point I would like to connect back to that. Whether you born in Kashmir or Kanyakumari or Kerala or anywhere, the 0 to 6 years concept remains same.
Right.
Where your brain can learn as much as possible, as many new languages as possible, as many whatever you want to learn. 0 to 6, if you learn, it's going to get stored forever.
Right.
Correct. So there is no cosmocity, metro city, rural city here. Every child, that is the 0 to 6 or 8 years is the maximum learning happens.
Right.
That time, if you're going to hold the children back at home and not send them to school, it's a learning loss.
Right.
Right. At home, I'm not denying that grandparents can give some fantastic stories. They can definitely give a lot of other things. But there is something called co-learning.
Yeah.
If I watch another child behaving in a certain way,
Yeah.
I also learn from it.
Right. Person who was heading the school, she mentioned that the kids used to tell serial stories. Like they were watching the stories or serials with their grandparents. Now the exposure to the TV,
Correct.
and even our grandparents also started using mobile, watching reels.
Please.
They're also getting the same
Correct.
habit from them. It's not like the good old days, like our grandparents used to tell
Honestly, we
stories.
have to confess, our grandparents also slowly getting addicted to screen time and to
Right.
serials and other things.
Right.
They also do not have the bandwidth, time, or the interest to nurture the way we got nurtured by our grannies.
Yes.
That time, no technology.
No tech.
The only time pass with the grandchildren. So
Mm.
they sat moral stories, all the good things, everything they taught.
Right.
Now none of them have time.
Right.
And more than that, instead of sitting and watching age inappropriate, that's the word.
Right.
What is that age group should not watch few things.
Yeah.
But when you sit in the full joint family and watch whatever they watch, it is not right for you. Please spend those time at preschool. Learn, be with your same age group.
Right.
So that way, if you look at it, the growth for preschool industry is phenomenal in coming years.
Right.
Because the awareness about preschool is just growing and growing. No one thinks I shouldn't have gone to preschool. Everyone thinks I should have gone to preschool. Is a better thought. So I see a growth is phenomenal. I mean, many players will keep coming.
Yeah.
Because demand is quite high.
Yeah, many players. That's one of the questions. So there are many people, even they're starting as one school,
Correct.
and they claiming that they know everything, and some of them are not taking care of this angle from the curriculum and the research what the Little Millennium already doing and continuously evolving for the whatever the external world requirement, right? So that's not there. How do you see that is it a challenge, or is it something you wanted to educate the people that there should be a scientific way to nurture the kids?
There should be scientific, well-researched way.
Right.
Because many times you may feel it's just a ABCD 1, 2, 3. Let me buy some books and run a preschool.
Right.
No. That's why curriculum is what to teach. Pedagogy is how to teach.
Right.
We focus more on pedagogy.
Right.
For example, if you take the letters, you may say which letter to teach first. You may say A because it starts first. If you start your own preschool, you may start with A.
Okay.
B start with L.
Because it's easy.
Two perpendicular lines, easy for a child to.
Okay.
I'm just giving one quick
Yeah.
example for you to understand.
Yeah.
So that is why it is important to go with the research-based curriculum. Not only that, though teachers are trained, we do every month visit to the center to sit and observe in the class how the classes are happening. This is very important to standardize and regularize if something is not okay. And after the visit, we give them feedback. So all that is done only to keep children in mind. They should get the best of the. We made the curriculum assuming few things. Finally, it is getting implemented same way or not. That needs some inspection. We do that every month to make sure the teachers also are on the toes. And they look forward to our visits. Okay, let me impress the management by doing extraordinary class. So it complements both ways.
Yeah.
All this is not possible in all due credit. Some of them doing extraordinary job, even running as a single school.
Right.
But being with franchises, advantages, we keep on researching, we keep on learning, and so many brains getting into making a good product. The benefits get passed on to the child only.
Right. And I think some of our promoter are the teachers only. So they are handling. They have got a social platform.
Correct.
They are started posting about their experience with the brand, how they are nurturing the child. I've seen I met some of the teachers from Vidyaranapura.
Yeah.
So they are actually doing the same.
Correct.
I watched their reels and how they are.
She herself is an influencer, so she.
Bit influencer.
Yeah.
And that led me to ask one thing. So is there what is the minimum qualification someone needs to, get a franchisee from Little Millennium? So like at least some of the qualities that.
That would be a more apt, because
No, not.
I'm not able to. Education is, to be honest, it is becoming a big question mark. Is the right way to look at someone. But if you ask me, there are a few characteristics important. Number one, you should be very, very people friendly.
Yeah.
Because day in, day out, you'll be meeting parents, teachers, the support staffs.
Right.
You should be a kind person. You should be a nice communicator. Second, you should be a child-friendly person. For example, if there is a child in the room and they shake this setup and push this camera, the first reaction of most of us would be very angry.
Very angry. Yes.
But child-friendly person will be looking, is the child hurt? Are you okay?
Okay.
That's called child-friendliness.
The perspective.
That's a perspective. Instead of the objects, if you're focusing on the child, you're a child-friendly. If you're, "Arey, you know how much is this?" If your mind is there, you're not a child friend. So that's how there are, this is one characteristic. And we should be a very good decision maker, because in day to day, there'll be a lot of challenges will keep coming to your table. That's number 3.
Yeah.
Number 4, you should be able to manage people.
Right.
Because it's all about the leadership role,
Right.
where teachers report to you, support staff report to you, parents look forward to you. I keep telling this example to many. At this stage of the early young mothers, trust 3 women or 3 professionals. Number 1 is their gynecologist,
Okay.
who help them deliver the baby.
Yeah.
They'll be constantly in touch to ask, is everything right? Is everything okay?
Right.
Second profile is their pediatrician.
Okay.
They keep going to them asking, is my child okay?
Yeah.
Everything. The third most trusted person is the preschool profile.
Oh, correct.
Who's running preschool.
Yeah.
And that much, that's a positioning they keep.
Right.
So, can you be there?
Right.
You cannot look very commercial person. You cannot look very dominating person.
Right.
I keep saying this example also. Even when you go, a mother takes a small child to a function, family function.
Yeah.
Not to everyone they give the child.
Correct.
They'll have their own filter. With this aunt, she'll be happy. My daughter
Right.
will be happy. No, this is a very short-tempered person. I'll not give my child. There is something called mother's intuition.
Right.
Mother knows where the child will be happy.
Yeah.
So when a mother comes with the child, when the parents come with the child, when they look at you,
Yeah.
are you that profile where they're going to get the trust?
Right.
That is something we keep asking.
Human conversation and
little calm,
right,
smiling face,
Right.
focusing on. Some of them, though they look very matured, the way they connect with children will be very young.
Yeah.
Immediately say, "How are you, baby?" They change their tonality to meet the
right.
child ka level.
Yeah.
Those are you need to be. If you analyze most of our successful people, they will have some of these characteristics.
Exactly.
1 or 2 can be always worked on. But more than qualification or experience, these are the characteristics we look forward
Right.
in a preschool franchise.
Right. And when I was there in the schools, I've seen that even it's a small, very small child, toddler, he was actually putting their shoes on, remove the shoes, keeping their backs in one position, things like that there. So I was asking, even my daughter is not doing that. So I was asking how you can able to manage this. Once they reach into the school, they know where exactly they need to put the shoes, and they know exactly where their bags to keep. Even for a small school, they're doing that practice. That was wondering. So that was I was asking them how.
We have millions of such testimonial where they say, my child was not speaking, my child was not organized,
Right.
my child was not respectful,
Right.
they're not behaving well.
Right.
But that's what the well-researched curriculum can do to a child. If you ask me, if you're weak in a subject or anything, that can be worked on.
Yeah.
But your basic nature should be very, very good.
Right.
Your character is like a vessel.
Right.
What you fill in that is the subject knowledge and all that.
Yeah.
Vessel should be good to hold the subject also.
Yeah.
So that character is built in preschools.
Right.
Because what you're making is for future.
Yeah.
These children, how they're going to be, we know after 20 years. But if the basics are right, we can be hopeful that child will turn out to be a good human being. So Little Millennium is making a lot of good human beings there in the making. Subject, we cannot say we are the best in maths, we are best. All that can be built later. Even if you're weak in the subject, you can be, tutored and all that. But character is made in preschool. So we are very proud that we have turned around so many such examples. Parents are extremely, that's why the word of mouth spreads positively. Go to Little Millennium if preschool, it's
So the same Vidyaranyapuram, they mentioned that some of them, one of the parents, they've shifted from Hyderabad to Bangalore for their convenience, and they were working here. So their office is a little far, but the kids' mom staying nearby. See, they preferred which is somewhere near to Vidyaranapura, because I think Vidyaranapura, which is a little older compared to the new Little Millennium franchise, right? So they've got the confidence and they're ready to change their house itself. To join Vidyaranapura.
See, I must say this, today's parents are that way very, very different from the previous generation.
See the difference.
See the difference,
They're thinking.
those days only mother come for parent-teacher meeting. Now both are coming.
Right.
Even in any you call out for any parents, any outing or any discussion, any meeting, both of them turn up. They take this very seriously.
Right.
And that's fantastic to see people ready to move houses, ready to, change their working hours based on the child needs. That is something amazing happening.
So that's a good positive
about this generation. Maybe earlier it was more of mother's responsibility. Father doesn't even know. I remember once my dad asked me, a relative asked me which standard your son is studying. He looked at me, which standard. That's a level of engagement of fathers those days. But today they are part and parcel of all that, which is a great change. I think
Yeah.
we can't blame this generation, but they do a lot of good things also. They alter everything to suit the child need. So that is something I'm
And
saying.
moreover, I think we have an app. We have a lot of technology which we are
Yes.
using internally
Yes.
to connect with the parents as well, right? They are always informed and
Correct.
they got the knowledge of how the child is behaving, how the child is doing.
Even
No.
post class activities also posted in the app.
Okay.
They can practice some of the activities they did. They can go through what happened today. Everything is uploaded.
Very transparent.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think this is my last question. So you definitely had gone through the presentation. What are the things we have done for the Little Millennium 2.0? I think we are planning for next year to launch the Incorrect, right? So what's your honest opinion and take on that?
I must say, I mean, when I met you, the whole team,
Right.
you know, because we first of all got impressed with your name itself, Fatleg.
That like
It is not very common.
common, yeah.
Yeah.
And we explained that. So because we are a cloud base, we don't have any office.
Correct, correct. And I saw the video where people are working from cafes, people are working, you know, everywhere. I mean, that's a in thing, you know. Work gets done. Doesn't matter where you are, you know.
Right.
That's a classic example of.
Yeah.
And we really loved the conversation, how it started, the ideas came from, the interest you all shown, because some of them will not even like to know more about it. They want to start the project without even knowing.
Right.
I should give the credit. Your team showed maximum and great interest in understanding what we do, why we do what we do, you know, and various aspects. And constant engagement from you to us, a lot of mail exchanges, a lot of Zoom calls to explain this and that and all. Finally, we're very happy to say, I think the product's looking really good. All the recommendations, the brand colors, you know, the brand book has come, you know.
And now I think we finished the entire UX UI for the website. So that's also going.
It's looking really, really attractive. I'm sure, I mean, maybe very soon we can write a better testimonial, you know. So we are in things, and we are, internal customers are very happy. You know, because we have gone through, we submitted to board also. Board was extremely very colorful, very engaging.
And we've introduced our mascot. I don't want to reveal it now. So, but the mascot, which is
actually, I can reveal it because it's already out in social media. Fauna, I think that credit goes to you guys. I think we must have tried and tested all the living and non-living animals on this earth. You know, but finally, the very, very cute fauna, you know, I mean, it's looking very cute. It's already hit in the social media. And credit goes to you guys.
We have mentioned that, you know, I've told the entire team. So it's a learning process for us. You have to learn from client and we have to understand where they're coming.
Correct.
So that exchange was really, it was really grateful for us to understand the brand more.
I know it's not a very easy process for you.
It was not easy because
you must have recommended some 200 animals by the
we had gone through and characterized. And
naming was the biggest thing, I think.
Naming and everything. And it has to be very easy for the kids
to say. That was the prime.
That was the thing. So we were trying and tried and failed and come up with something again, and finally we lock on this one. So we are so happy to work with the brand Little Millennium. I think hoping we can able to work a lot.
It was a great experience. I mean, because when we saw your work in other organizations and the brands also, we were really keen to work with you and get it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And so much for your thinking. No, it was very busy.
Okay.
It's great talking to Mr. Anand. It was an opportunity for us to understand more about the brand and getting more details about how they are running Little Millennium and in the early education space. What's best for the child? What are the scientific things they are doing as a brand for a child's development?